Welcome back to another video, guys. I hope everybody is having a great day. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how much it actually costs to own a Tesla out of warranty. Now, most of you guys know Teslas are fully electric cars with zero emissions and all that fun stuff. And they're expensive. They're very expensive, actually. The Model X that I'm driving here was $160,000 at the time, and then they started doing the price reductions, and then now they're only like 110 or 120 fully loaded, which is kind of BS, but that's a video for a different day. But yeah, so this is going to be a video about how much it actually costs to own and operate a Tesla that is out of warranty. Now, this is going to be a bunch of different things from Tesla's website, Tesla's forums, subreddits, and all those fun places. So yeah, and I'm going to show you some invoices and receipts on some of these to actually show you guys that these are legit. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the expense. Okay, the first very scary thing that we're going to be talking about is how much it costs to replace the air conditioning unit in the Tesla Model S. Now, this actually came as a shocker to me because I didn't think they were going to be this expensive, but a little bit of background here. There was a person who had a Model S for about 2.5 years, and then the warranty was expired, and they had to pay out of pocket for this pretty much air conditioning unit failure. And the bottom line, it came to roughly $5,000, actually more. So here's the thing. They said, quote, "I've only used the AC for about 2.5 summers," end quote. And now they have to pay over $5,000 to actually fix it, which is just absurd. That's an absurd amount of money for an air conditioning unit. But I'm not too surprised since it's in a Tesla. But yeah, so I'm going to put the invoice here on the screen, and as you can see, labor is most of that, actually, unsurprisingly, because if you get a fix at a dealer, of course it's going to be like that. Well, they don't call them dealers, they call them service centers, but yeah, anyway, so the price of the equipment itself was a little over $2,000, and that is a lot of money for an air conditioning unit in an electric car. I mean, yeah, I guess I shouldn't be too surprised, but my gosh, guys, if you plan on owning a used Tesla, make sure it's in warranty, because you don't want to do that to yourself. I mean, yes, there are Model S's on the market for around $30,000. Yes, that's fine if you can afford that upfront cost, but oh boy, let me tell you, you're probably going to spend equivalent in repairs, so just go out and buy a brand new Tesla if you are going to do that to yourself. And the next thing I want to talk about is the center displays. So most of you know Teslas have massive center displays, as you can see right here. This is my old dual motor Model 3. So nothing too, crazy like in the Model S, but this is just a freestanding 15-inch display. In the Model S and the Model X, they actually have the display integrated into the dashboard, so it looks a little bit, more aesthetically pleasing. However, to replace that is a nightmare out of warranty. So actually, we have to get ours replaced in the Model X because there's a yellow ring around it, as most of you guys who watch my videos know. They still haven't fixed it yet, but we're going to make them eventually, because out of warranty, the screen cost, wait for it, $4,000. Yes, that is right, $4,000 to replace the screen in the Tesla Model X and the Tesla Model S. That's not cheap, and that goes from the 2012 model year all the way up to current. So they pretty much use the same screen. Yeah, there's really no differences in progression with the model years for the screens. So yeah, $4,000 to replace it that's an absurd amount of money if you ask me. And if you thought that was bad, if one headlight, like let's just say a bulb in one of your headlights goes out, that's at least $1,000 to fix, because they have to take apart the headlight housing and the headlight unit itself, because it is a very complex kind of piece. It's a beautiful headlight housing in the Model S. However, if one bulb goes bad, $1,000, like, come on. Like, literally, if your bulb goes bad in your 2007 Ford Taurus, guess what? You can go to AutoZone, spend like $20 or $30 and pop a new bulb in there, no problem. But of course, Tesla has to make it ridiculous and, make these very intricate lighting setups, and then whenever you're out of warranty, the customers get royally screwed. Another thing that you're going to get royally screwed by? How about the door handles in the Model S are $500 a piece to fix? That's insane. So the door handle being the actual handle itself that you pull on, and the delivery mechanism, so the thing that actually pushes the door handles out to present them to you so you can actually open the door. $1,000 to fix out of warranty. I wouldn't want to own a Model S out of warranty, guys. Like I mentioned before, yeah, you can find them for 30 grand. If you can afford that upfront price, that's pretty cool. However, you better have 30 grand stashed away to fix all the mechanical issues and everything else. Because if you thought that was bad, let me tell you about the guy who had to go get all 4 brakes replaced on his Model S. Yeah, that's right. This guy had a couple 100,000 miles on his car, and he never had to really get anything replaced with his brakes other than just straight up brake pads. But the time obviously came for him to change his rotors, calipers, the entire brake setup pretty much. And that totaled to a whopping $8,500. Yes, that is right, $8,500 for brakes on an electric car. And they're not even ceramic brakes. They're not even ceramic pads. They're literally just regular street pads on regular disc brakes. Now the brakes on the Model S are 4-piston Brembo brakes in the rear and 6-piston in the front. So there's some pretty hefty brakes. Of course, the Model S is a very hefty car. It has a curb weight just shy of 5,000 pounds, and it's not light, and it takes a lot to stop those, especially the brand new ones that go 0 to 60 in like 2.4 seconds. You're going to need some major stopping power. And on the new Tesla Roadster that's coming out, they are rumored to have carbon ceramic brakes, which I would really hope so, especially since it's a car that can, quote, go over 250 miles an hour. You're going to need some pretty insane brakes, and carbon ceramics are the way to go. Now, one of my friends who works at an Audi dealership told me a little bit about carbon ceramics and just how insanely difficult they are to get and how much they cost. So, he had an R8 V10 Plus come in. He had to replace all 4 rotors. Okay, this is rotors, guys. Just the rotors alone cost $30,000 on this car for the R8 V10 Plus. This is what he told me. I'm going off of what he says, so don't criticize me if I'm wrong. $30,000 though for rotors. Guys, that's insane. And that's not even the entire brake setup, so I wouldn't even want to know how much the entire setup costs. But that's for the R8. So the Tesla Roadster is going to be going even faster than what the R8 can do. So its brakes are probably going to have to be a little bit bigger and maybe even a little bit beefier. I don't know how you can get beefier carbon ceramics, but, you know, you're probably going to need them, especially for a car that can go that fast. And that is just absolutely insane. Now, I know what some of you guys are probably going to say in the comments. You're going to say, okay, well, brakes are a wear and tear item. Why are you talking about it in this video? I'm talking about because you don't need to replace these. Well, actually, this is a quote from Tesla. You don't need to replace your brakes for about 100,000 miles. So, having a car that you don't need to change the brakes on for 100,000 miles, if you change the brakes, that's how much it's going to cost. And technically, you're going to change it whenever it's out of warranty. So, ha. And another thing I would like to talk about is the gauge cluster screens on the Model S and the Model X. Just go ahead and guess how much they are, just real quick. Throw a number out there. Yeah, they're a little over $4,000 to replace those things. Isn't that a little bit insane? For that little screen that's in the dashboard right in front of you that shows you your speed and a couple of other vital things about the car is $4,000 out of warranty, guys. Oh my god, that just makes me nauseous thinking about that. Now, another thing, oh boy. This is what you guys are probably going to be on this video for. This is how much it costs to replace a battery, not the entire pack, but the battery module on a Model 3. So let's just say theoretically my Model 3 just is out of warranty on the battery and drive unit, so I cross 120,000 miles, I'm out of the battery and drive unit warranty. So for an individual module, it is going to be between $5,000 and $7,000 for the individual modules. That's not counting the entire battery pack. And there are 4. Yeah, there are 4 modules in a battery pack. And let's just say worst case scenario, 7 times 4, $28,000 before tax to replace the entire battery pack on a Model 3. Oh boy. And these are only 8-year, 120,000 mile warranties for these things. So needless to say, there's going to be a lot of people driving these up to 120,000 miles and dumping them. And that's going to be me. I'm going to be one of those people because I don't want to have to deal with that. I don't want to have to deal with an out-of-warranty Tesla. I will rather treat it like a phone and get a brand new one every year, maybe every 5 years or something like that. But I just do not want to have a car that I have to pay so much extra on just to keep it running. I would rather go out and buy a brand new car and have my fun with it and get new features instead of having to stick with the kind of the quote sick car that I would have to keep dumping money in. So, on that note, this video is over. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys have any questions, any at all, please feel free to comment them down in the comments section down below. This was just a video just to give you a little bit of an idea how much it costs to actually own a Tesla out of warranty. So yeah, hopefully this video will make you own a brand new Tesla over a used one. And if you decide to buy a brand new Tesla, use my referral link down in the description box below to get 1,000 miles of free supercharging. That's all for today's video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.